Welcome back to emBody by Eliza. This is a sequence designed to help you stretch and tone your hips and your thighs. You will not need any props for this practice, just your mat and yourself. To begin, find your way into child's pose. If your hips feel tight, you can leave your knees together to begin. If you feel a little bit more open, you can take the knees wide, big toes together, melt the hips back onto the heels. And you can either stretch the arms forward, resting the forehead down for a more active start to your practice, or if you want to take more of a yin approach, you can bend the elbows. As we get started, begin to bring your awareness to your breath. Start to lengthen the inhales and exhales. Avoid any pauses between them. Let the breath become smooth. With each inhale, become a little bit more expansive through your body, reaching forward through the fingertips, puffing up through the ribs, through the belly, through the chest. And as you exhale, feel your body melt a little bit closer to the mat. As you inhale, come forward onto hands and knees. Spread the fingers wide, root down through the pads of your fingertips. Then we're just going to take some corkscrew circles with the hips, beginning with really small circles, and then gradually growing them. Try to isolate the movement within the hips so that you can bring the awareness to the area that we'll be focusing on today. Maybe the hips come all the way forward toward the wrists and then all the way back toward the heels. And then begin to switch the direction of the circles, first beginning with the larger circles and then spiraling down to the smaller circles at the top. And come back to center. As you inhale, press the mat away, round the spine, tuck the chin, tuck the toes. As you exhale, drop the belly, pull the heart forward, and simultaneously move the hips back to the heels. Inhale, round forward. And exhale, take it back. Once more like this, inhale forward. And exhale back. And come all the way forward again. This time as you exhale, lift the hips up and back, down dog. For your first downward facing dog, check in with your base points. Fingers again spread wide. Root down through all four corners of your feet if the heels are connected. If they're not, that's okay. Just spread the toes out wide and then lay them back down. Bend into the right knee, sinking the left heel down. And then switch, right heel down, left knee bends. And just keep switching side to side, paddling out the feet. Then lift both heels up, inhale. As you exhale, drop the heels over to the right. Inhale, pop up onto your left fingertips, puff up through the left ribs. And exhale, bend both knees, shrinking through the right side of the waist. Inhale, come back to center, set the palm down, lift the heels high. Exhale, heels to the left. Pop up onto the right fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, bend both knees. Inhale, back to center, heels high. And exhale, heels drop back and down. Take your feet wide. Heels turn in, big toes turn out. Maybe the balls of the feet come off of the mat. Walk the hands back toward the feet, bending the knees, sinking the hips down, coming into a malasana fold. Maybe sway the hips side to side to release into the low back. And then walk the hands in. You can bring your hands to your heart, using the elbows to press the knees open. Notice if the spine is rounding and the hips are sinking, you might need to press into the heels a little bit more to lift the hips a little higher so you can create and maintain more length in the spine. And we're just going to flow back and forth between Malasana and a forward fold. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, put your hands down, lift your hips, parallel the feet. And then inhale back into Malasana, toes turn out, hips sink down. You can keep the hands on the mat the whole time or bring them back to your heart. And exhale, forward fold. We're going to do this about 8 times, flowing with the breath. So the length of the movements are going to mirror the length of the breath. Just 3 more like this. 2, 1, and come back into Malasana. Walk your hands forward, back into downward facing dog. Come high onto the ball mounds of the feet, inhale. And exhale, walk the feet forward, set them down behind your wrists. Feet at least hip distance apart, maybe even wider. Heels angle out, big toes turn in slightly. Halfway lift, pull the heart forward. Then plant the right hand down, either palm flat, or you can make a fist to just lift the ground up a little bit higher. As you inhale, peel the left shoulder back, lift the left fingertips high, bend into the right knee. Anchor down through the outer edge of the left foot, really feeling this in the outer left hip. If it doesn't feel soothing on the neck to look up, you can always keep the gaze down. One more inhale. And exhale, fold into the legs. Halfway lift, scoop the heart forward. Plant the left hand or make a fist with the left hand. Right arm lifts, inhale, bend deeply into the left knee. Iron out the right side of the foot onto the mat. Let your inhales be full and your exhales complete. One more breath in. And exhale, unravel, fold back into the legs. Take your feet to the edges of your mat. So the outer edges of your feet are parallel to the outer edges of your mat. Bend your knees, sink the hips down until they line up with the knees. And then reach the arms forward, keeping the gaze down so the back of the neck is long. This is a bear pose, so a hybrid variation of chair pose, but feet are wider, knees are wider. Hips feel really heavy. If this bothers your neck and shoulders at any time, you can either take the arms wider back behind you. The torso should be between the thighs, and you should be able to hug the ribs with the inner thighs. Keeping the spine long, press down through the heels, come all the way up, hinging at the hips, coming to a stand. Bring your hands to your heart and step your feet together. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, lower your left hand down your left leg and reach your right fingertips over to the left. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, right hand down, left fingertips reach over to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, sink the hips low. Utkatasana, chair pose. Keep the gaze out over the tip of your nose so the back of your neck is wrinkle-free. Sink back a little bit further, shifting the shins back so all the weight drops into the heels. You can even lift all 10 toes. And then transfer the weight into the right foot and lift the left knee.
Set the foot back down, sink a little lower. Other side, transfer the weight into the left foot, lift the right knee. One more inhale. Exhale, set the foot down and fold over the legs. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant the palms, step back to plank. Hold it here, take a breath in. Shift forward on the toes. Chaturanga, exhale, bend the elbows, graze the ribs with your elbows as you come down. Inhale, slide through, cobra or upward facing dog. Roll the shoulders back and down, pulling the heart forward, pressing through the tops of the feet, activating the legs. And exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward at your hands. Lift your heels and maybe step your feet together and forward just a couple inches. We're going to take a few bunny hops, landing the feet forward to the outside of the pinkies into bear pose. Bend the knees, take a breath in. As you breathe out, try to keep the thighs connected to the belly, kick your butt with your heels, and land your feet forward. And then hop it back into a bent knee down dog. And forward. And back. For 3, 2, 1 more. Land the feet forward, feet wide, back into your bear pose. Hips low, in line with the knees. Reach the arms, crown of the head reaches forward. Inner thighs hug the ribs. Breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fold over the legs. Bring your feet back to about hip distance apart. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana, bend the knees, sink the hips low. Reach the arms. Good. And then shift the weight forward onto the ball mounds of the feet, lifting the heels. Keep the heels lifted, stand all the way up. Take a breath in at the top. Exhale, lower the heels, lower the left arm, and reach the right fingertips over. Inhale, back up. And exhale, other side. Reach to the right. Inhale, back up. And exhale, bow forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant the palms, step back, lower. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg high, inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, tip open the hip. Straighten the legs, square the hips, inhale. Exhale, knee to the right tricep. Take the knee wide and lift it high. Inhale, back up. Exhale, cross under the body, bringing the knee to the left tricep. Inhale, back up. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the foot through. Lift the right arm high, inhale. As you exhale, bring the right elbow to the inseam of the right foot. Inhale, right arm high. Exhale, back down. Inhale, high. And exhale, down. Inhale, lift it high. Hold it here. Come up onto your left fingertips. And then maybe just up onto one fingertip. Press down through the right heel with as much energy as you're lifting up through the right fingertips. Hover the left fingers. Let the right arm guide you. Lift up, reach the right arm back. Oops. Left arm forward. And then the right hand can travel down the back thigh. Left arm lifts up and back. Inhale. Exhale, again, hinge forward. Hover the left fingertips. This time reach the right arm forward. And then bring both hands down onto the mat. Right foot steps back, plank. Lower chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Exhale, down dog. Left leg high, inhale. Exhale, tip open the hip, bend the knee. Straighten the legs, square the hips, inhale. Exhale, knee to the left tricep. Try to lift it up as high as you can toward the armpit. Inhale, back up. Exhale, knee to the right tricep, cross under. Inhale, back up. Exhale, knee to nose. Thigh to belly, heel toward the glute. Step the foot through. Keep the right hand down. As you inhale, lift the left fingertips high. Exhale, bring the left elbow to the inseam of the foot. Inhale, back up. And exhale down. Energetically try to pull the feet toward each other. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Keep reaching the fingertips high, stamping down through the left heel. Come up onto the right fingertips. Come just up onto the index. Hover the right fingertips. Letting the left arm guide you. Lift all the way up. Left fingertips reach back. Right arm reaches forward. And then travel the left hand down the back of the right thigh as the right arm lifts up and back. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. Hover the right fingertips and reach the left fingertips forward. Good. Bring both hands down onto the mat. Step back plank. Inhale, shift forward on the toes. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And downward facing dog. Exhale. Right leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, tip open the hip, bend the knee. Straighten the legs, square the hips, inhale. Exhale, bring the knee to the right tricep. Inhale, back up. Exhale, cross under, knee to the left. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to nose, step the foot through. Put the left heel down, setting up for Virabhadrasana A or Warrior One. Inhale, press down through the feet, come all the way up. Connect the outer edge of the back foot to the mat, lifting through the inseam of the foot. Draw the right femur back into the hip socket, squaring the hips. Take a deep breath in, maybe join the palms and look up if that feels okay on the neck and shoulders. Full breath in. As you breathe out, bow forward, bring the hands down to the inside of the right foot, and then walk the right hand over to the right, under the leg, getting the right shoulder as far under the thigh as you can. Then take hold of the right ankle with the right hand, and then take hold of the right ankle with the left hand as well. Press into the ankle, sink the hips a little lower. And release. Come all the way back up, Warrior One. Warrior Two, exhale. Open up your arms, readjust your feet so you have heel to arch alignment. Notice if you're leaning forward, can you lift through the right hip and lower through the back hip? Sink the hips lower and draw the right knee toward the right edge of your mat. Keeping the hips where they are, only moving the upper body, flip the front palm, reverse warrior, inhale. Left hand travels down the back leg, or you can take a half bind, wrapping the left arm behind you. Lift up and out of the right side of the waist. Keep the hips low, take a breath in. And out. Warrior Two, inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. Hold it here. Press down through your front heel to avoid collapsing in the front hip. Flip the front palm and reach the left arm overhead, rolling the left shoulder back. Warrior Two, inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down onto the mat. Pivot onto the ball of the back foot. Slide the right foot in. Left leg lifts, inhale. Standing splits, exhale, folding over the standing leg. And to go a little bit deeper into the fold, you can take your hands wider. If you want to challenge the balance more, you can take one hand or both hands behind the calf. Good. Halfway lift, plant the palms. Step back, or you can throw in a handstand if that's in your practice, and then move back through the vinyasa, meeting in downward facing dog. Left leg high, inhale. Exhale, tip open the hip, bend the knee. Straighten the legs, square the hips, inhale. Knee to the left tricep, exhale. Inhale, back up. Exhale, knee to the right. Inhale, back up.
Exhale, knee to nose. Step the foot through, put the right heel down. Virabhadrasana A. Come on up. Draw the left hip back. Spiral the right inner thigh back and up. Lift through the front of the pelvis. Knit the ribs in toward each other. Again, maybe join the palms. Maybe look up only if that feels okay on the neck and shoulders. Take a full breath in. Exhale, bow forward to the inside of the the left thigh. Walk your left hand over, bringing the arm under the left leg. Take hold of the left ankle with the left hand, and then with the right hand. Press into the ankle, sinking the hips. Make sure that you're able to glue the pinky edge of the right foot down onto the mat, so finding stability in the pose through the activeness of the back leg. And then slowly come out and all the way back up to Warrior One. Inhale. Warrior Two, exhale. Readjust the feet as needed, arms open, lift through the left hip, lower through the right. Flip the front palm, reverse warrior, inhale. On your next inhale, come back up to Warrior Two. Exhale, hinge forward, reach out through the left fingertips, flip the palm, and reach the right arm overhead. Again, you really have to press down into that left heel, otherwise you'll start to feel a collapse or a pinch into the left hip. Can you drop the hips or lower the hips a little bit more? Inhale, come back up, Warrior Two. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down onto the mat, pivot out of the ball of the back foot, slide the left leg in, or left foot in, lift the right leg up. Full breath in here. Fold into the leg, standing splits, exhale. Again, taking the wide hand fold or hands behind the calf. Halfway lift. Plant the palms under your shoulders, step back, move through your vinyasa, or take a couple kick-ups to handstand if that's what you're working on in your practice. Meeting in downward facing dog. Look forward at your hands, lift your heels. Bend your knees, step or float, top of the mat. Halfway lift, fold, exhale. Bend the knees, sink the hips, Utkatasana. Anchor down through the right foot, lift the left knee. Sink the hips a little lower. Sweep the left leg back and sweep the arms back as well. Warrior Three, keeping the right knee bent. Maybe bend a little deeper. Step the ball of the left foot back. Circle the right arm down, up, around, and back down the left thigh. Left arm reaches up and back. Take another breath in. Exhale. Revolved crescent, left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Right palm presses into the left. Warrior Two, spin your back foot flat, open up the arms. Inhale, straighten the front leg, reach the arms. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, Skandasana over to the left. Turn your left heel in. Come up onto the heel of the right foot, lifting the toes. You can have your hands at your heart, out in front of you, or down on the mat to assist. Lift the hips, inhale. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left.
Warrior two, inhale. And as you exhale, cartwheel the hands down onto the mat, lower the left knee, plant the left palm, bend the left knee and reach the right hand back for the foot. You can come to the outer edge of the right foot and let the knee splay open as you draw the left heel in toward your glutes. And then release. Move the hips back, park them on top of the left knee, flex the right foot, maybe wiggle the heel forward. Pull the heart forward, lengthen the spine, inhale. If you're able to maintain that length in a fold, then walk the hands out and come a little lower. Bend into the right knee, tuck the left toes under, lift the knee, float the arms back, lean into the right foot, lift the left leg, warrior three with a bent right knee. And then bring the left knee forward, back where you started, and set the foot down. Other side, anchor down through the left foot, lift the right knee. And sweep it back into a bent knee, warrior three. Left knee is still bent, right leg is back. And step the foot back. Good. And circle the left arm up, back, around, and down the back of the right thigh as the right arm lifts up and back. Sink the hips a little lower as you press the back of the right thigh up a little higher. Full breath in. Exhale, revolved crescent, right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Left palm presses into the right. Revolving around the spinal column, try to keep the hips stable without shifting them. One more breath in. And on the exhale, spin your back foot flat, open the arms, warrior two. Adjust as needed when you get here. Inhale, straighten the front leg, reach the arms. Exhale, bend the knee, lower. Inhale, lift. Lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, warrior two. Reverse warrior, inhale. And as you exhale, turn your right heel in, bend the right knee. Skandasana to the back edge of your mat. Inhale, hips come up. Exhale to the front. Inhale up. Remember, you can do this with your hands down. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Inhale up. Over to the right. Once more. Lift up and over. Lift up and over. Warrior two, inhale. And as you exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Bring your right knee down. Plant your right hand, bend the knee, and reach the left hand back for the foot. Maybe coming onto the outer edge of the left foot, letting the knee splay open as the right heel comes in close to the glutes. Release the foot. Move the hips back until they can park on top of the right knee. Flex the left foot, maybe wiggle the heel forward as much as needed. Take a deep breath in and exhale, fold, walking the hands out. Bend back into the left knee, plant the palms, lift the back knee. Good. Float the arms back, and then take flight. Lift the right leg up off the mat, keep the left knee bent. So the left leg is still in Utkatasana chair pose. Bring the right knee out in front of you, reaching the arms where you began. Sink the hips a little lower. And set the foot down, float the arms back, inhale. Exhale, sink the hips, reach the arms. One more breath in. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the palms, step it back, lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Down dog, exhale. Look forward at the hands, lift the heels, inhale. Step or float through to a seat. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees butterfly open. Baddha Konasana. Peel the inner arches of your feet open like a book. Take a deep breath in. Spine long. Maintain that length of the spine as you exhale and fold. Come all the way back up. Bring your knees together. Legs out in front. Reach the arms, full breath in. And exhale, fold over the legs. Holding onto the outer edges of your feet or anywhere where your hands will land. With your next inhale, lengthen the spine. Maybe lift a little bit higher. And exhale, fold. Bend the elbows. Maybe drop the head down. Come all the way back up. Reach the arms forward and slowly lower down. Pause just before the shoulder blades touch down. Hold it here. Lift the legs. Ardha Navasana. 10 breaths. Two more. Lower all the way down, bend the knees, arms wide, hips an inch or two to the left, knees fall to the right, and turn your gaze toward your left palm. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, scoot the hips an inch or two to the right, let the knees fall to the left and gaze toward the right palm. Inhale, come back to center. Hug the knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Take a full breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Another breath in through your nose. And this time, release down into Shavasana, arms and legs long. Lift the heart an inch or two to slide the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe wiggle around the hips until you can surrender them into stillness, softening through the fingers and toes, into the jaw, in the forehead and around the eyes, even softening the tongue. If you have the time to stay longer in Shavasana, I encourage you to take it. But if you need to start moving after 30 minutes, this is your mark. Begin to wiggle the fingers and toes. Maybe roll out the ankles and wrists. Nod the head side to side. Stretch the arms overhead. Full breath in through the nose. Sigh it out through your mouth. Bend your knees. Roll onto your side, supported fetal position. Press yourself up to a seat. Keeping the eyes closed, join your palms together in front of your heart. Move the thumbs between your eyebrows. Bow forward as a gesture of gratitude, as an offering of prayer to those most in need of receiving it. Come back up. Bring the thumbs back to your heart, offering the prayer back unto yourself. The light in me recognizes and honors the light in each of you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the class. Please leave feedback.